ImTheCoolTeacher, here to show you how to add polynomials. Now, a lot of people think polynomials are like super confusing because you see all these exponents or all these variables, but it's really just a glorified way to add like terms. So what I do to make this easier is to get rid of the parentheses. Remember, whatever you see outside of the parentheses, especially to the left of them, usually you just distribute it in. But when we distribute a positive, it doesn't change anything. So what I'm gonna do is just rewrite this all of these numbers without the parentheses. All right, so everything has been rewritten. So what I'm going to do now is start to combine like terms. Now, a lot of people think that z to the third and z would be like terms because they both have z's, but not necessarily. Okay, this is z to the third, this is a z, and this is z to the second. Even though the variables are the same, the power changes the value. Okay, so I'm gonna look for something else that is, or that has a z to the third, and I'm gonna underline that blue. Now, is there anything else as z to the third? No. All right, so I'm gonna go to my next term. This term is a negative 4z. All right, so I'm gonna underline it, and you see I'm including the negative. It's very important. I'll show you why later. Is there anything else that just has a z? Over here, negative 6z. All right, anything else with a z? Nah. So go on to my next term. This is z squared. Is there anything else that has a z squared? Actually, these two. So I'll underline my positive 7z squared and my positive 8z squared. Okay? Now, if you don't have colors to make these stick out more, this is underlined once. I'll go ahead and underline this one twice, which you can use if you're just using a regular pencil and don't have colors. So you know anything that's underlined once is gonna be like, anything underlined twice is gonna be like, and anything underlined 3 times is gonna be like or the same. All right? And then I have my 5, which is basically a constant. Are there any other constants? No. So I leave that basically not underlined. All right? So I'm gonna go ahead and start combining my like terms, and that will be my answer. So here I have positive 3z to the third. No other z to the third, so I'm gonna write down 3z to the third. And I'm gonna go ahead and cross that out when I'm done with it. The reason I do that is so I don't get confused and I know that it's already done, already been used. All right? And also I'm gonna go ahead and put this in descending order. Descending order is basically where the powers will start from, in this case, I have a 3, then I have a 2, then I have the z with nothing, which is an imaginary 1, and then I have my constant. Try to bring your numbers down in descending order, because more than likely that's how your answers are gonna be in a textbook, all right? So I'll go over here to my z squared first, since I already did z to the 3, or third. 7z squared. Remember, these two are the same. They have the same color and they're both underlined 3 times. So what is 7 plus 8? 7 plus 8 gives us 15. And it's a positive 15 because they're both positive. So positive 15, and I'm gonna add the z squared, okay? And since I use both of those, cross them out, so I know that they're done. Next up, I have a negative 4z and negative 6z. Remember, I'm doing these next because they have another power that's less than z to the second. Technically, there's an imaginary 1 there, okay? So negative 4 and negative 6, when I combine those, what does it give me? It gives me a negative 10. And then I add in my z. Remember, combining like terms, combine means to add. So I'm adding 2 negative numbers, so it stays negative. Doesn't turn positive because I'm not multiplying. All right, and since I did those, I'll cross those out. And the last thing that I'm left with is my negative 5. Nothing to combine that with, so I'll literally just bring it down. and this will be my answer. All right, so that's how you add polynomials. There are plenty of ways to do it differently. If you like this way, cool, share it with your people. If you want to do it a different way, that's fine too. But I'm just here to help y'all. It's Cool Teacher, and I'm out.